Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Matt, and today I wanted to talk about learning languages with music. And so I think this is something that is appealing to a lot of people. They want to listen to music in a foreign language, and it's fun, they enjoy music, and it's a great way to, experience the language and have fun with it. Now, I think it can be a good method to supplement your additional study, but as a sole method of studying a language, I think it's not the best. And that's worth noting. You're not going to get fluent just by listening to music in a foreign language. Hard truth, people might tell you otherwise, but it's a great way to supplement your learning, but you can't just use it alone. Now, that being said, it's a good method because it really helps you on your listening comprehension, right? And it even does it a lot better than necessarily like a podcast, because you have all these other sounds that are distracting you, right? Like music, instruments playing, and so it really tests your mind to hear the words and understand them. And at the same time too, you're enjoying music, so it's fun and compelling. I think the other thing too is that people really enjoy music. Some people like to look up the lyrics, and then by looking up the lyrics, they can learn new words, and in some contexts understand some grammar. Probably a little bit less so, but really it's the words that count. Now, if you want to learn languages through music or supplement it, probably one of the best ways to do it is just, if you can, try to listen to the same music or listen to the same song over and over again, because it's this idea of repetition. It's this idea of hearing the same words in the song over and over and over again, where it's getting reinforced. It's improving that listening comprehension, right? You'll notice one word on the first playthrough, and then on the second playthrough, you notice like another word, and then it slowly builds from there. So really, if you're learning through music, definitely try to repeat songs and use that idea of repetition in your learning process. And a second thing I would recommend is, even if you're not a big lyrics person, I'm not a big lyrics person myself, but even if you aren't, it might be worthwhile looking up the lyrics. You don't have to necessarily look up the translation of it, but look up the lyrics, because if you have just that transcript of what you're listening to, right, it's going to help you to notice better when you're listening. So if you kind of see what words there, you're going to notice the words in the language a lot better. And that's going to help you just learn more in the end of the day. If you can look at the translation too, that's great, because it is even more learning. But definitely try to look up the translations for the music that you're listening to. I think that's really key. And at that point, it's just repetition, right? When you're working out, listen to that music in a foreign language or whenever you're doing it, and it's just a great way to improve that listening comprehension. And learn some new words if you're looking up the lyrics. And I think it really is as simple as that. It's just a fun way to do things, get some listening in, maybe learn some new words. I think the trap is to think that that's all you do, you're going to be fluent. Well, I don't think that's the case. And even then, I don't even think it's that great of a method for like a primary study tool, right? Especially if you're a beginner. If you don't have that base vocabulary or that base language knowledge, you're going to struggle, right? Because you're just kind of learning words here and there and enjoying the music versus any learning of the language. So I think that it's more of a trap that a lot of beginners fall into. Try supplementing that with something more substantial, right? Whether that's learning new words somewhere else, or like a language learning book or something like that, and then use music in addition to that, because you really need some more meat. You need some more beef to your content for learning languages. It's a good supplemental tool, but as a primary, only exclusive method for language learning, not the best. So that's what I had to say about learning languages with music. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.